So I've been feeling a lot like the media is giving mixed messages about the market in general. It's the best time to sell ever, which may be true. Interest rates are at an all-time low. It's a great time for buyers, which also may be true. The bubble is popping, sell now, which I don't think is true. So I just wanted to give you a little catch up on what's happened for the last couple of months and where I think the market is going. So I think everyone knows that the beginning of the year was an insane real estate market. We did not have enough inventory available, and we still don't have enough inventory available. You know, the market was red hot. Sellers were selling in seconds or days really, and that's still happening to a lot of properties, but not to every single one. Is that a trend or is it seasonal? I mean, it's still a seller's market any way you look at it. You know, if you look at Q1 and Q2 of this year, it was a 10, red hot market. And if you look at it now, maybe it's an 8 or a 9, but it can still be a 10 for a seller who has an attractive house that's staged properly and is priced at the right place. Last time, people that shouldn't have been buying houses were buying houses, and that's not the case this time. Underwriters are still looking hard at mortgage applications. It's still challenging to buy a property if you're self-employed, unless you've got cash. It's not impossible, but it's a lot harder than it used to be. If you don't have 1099 verifying your income, it's a challenge out there. And so people that are buying houses now can afford them. Now, talking about the affordability of our city and where the police officers and firefighters and teachers are going to live, that's a question for a different podcast, but I feel like we're Seattle 15, 20 years ago. We have all of these amazing tech jobs that are coming to our area, and those jobs pay well and they're going to be filled. But I think we all know that buyer demand has been up in Middle Tennessee and really across the country for years now. The pandemic lowered the amount of inventory and it had been lacking for years anyways. Right now we have 2 months of available supply in Middle Tennessee, meaning that if no new listings came to market, we would sell every house on the market in 2 months. And a normal market is you need to have 4, 5, 6 months of inventory. We rarely have 6 months here, but it happens sometimes, especially in the luxury market. So I heard the other day that the Mortgage Banker Association reported that mortgage applications were down for the first time since before the pandemic began. And so why is that happening? It's because there's no inventory. Housing starts are still lower than they were before the Great Recession. If you look at this graph of the amount of homes that we stopped building, we missed something like 14 years worth of building, and we're not going to get out of that slump. Now, is the national market going to slow down? Maybe. Is the Nashville market going to slow down? Definitely not. I mean, between Amazon and Oracle, and I guess there's a new factory from Ford coming in Spring Hill, we've got thousands of jobs coming to Middle Tennessee. So where's all this going? I'm not a fortune teller, but my take is that the Nashville market is going to continue to flourish for years. Might the market appreciation slow down a little bit? It's possible. I've been thinking that every year, and it never seems to happen. It just keeps going up and up. Of course, real estate is always local, so what's happening in Donaldson may be different than what's happening in Franklin. It's certainly what's happening with downtown condos is different than what's happening with $1 million properties in Brentwood. But we have the data to show you what you can expect, and we'd be glad if you chose to work with us on your next purchase or transaction. So that's my take on the third quarter. If you want to check out the statistics in your zip code, you can click below. And you can also click to find out your home value. I have a couple of ways to do that. I'm happy to run a market analysis for you. And I also have an automated report that, little robots and AIs take care of. And those are sometimes right. So if you have any questions, let us know and we'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for your time and attention. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.